Sorry, guys. Technology it's been a thing this morning. Let's restart. So, are we good? I'm unmuted now. Can you hear me? Televisions, are we okay? Are we good? We good? All right, cool. So, let me reopen that back up by saying what I said in the open. We knew that we had a good opponent with a dangerous set of personnel coming into our building today. Obviously, that's matched up against us and our mantra of protecting our house. So, those guys, they came in off of a shutout victory, an impressive one in which they ran the ball and, the opposition couldn't do anything about it. So we knew what objective number one was for us. And, we accomplished that. And I think, after that, systematic breakdown. I mean, just systematically broke our opponent down, body blow by body blow. Obviously, the haymaker that left residual effects. But in short, for us, this is world championship football right there. That was the best half of the season that we played so far, and that's the championship level half. That is now the standard. We figured out the alignments, the personnel, who's in at which points in time. So while it's not a perfect performance, it was our best one of this season by far. And we'll take that in victory and we'll move forward to Baltimore, but not before your questions. So if you have those, I think I have the corresponding answers. Yeah, I mean, it's a strong opponent. At the end of the day, like for whatever, and I've played Twan many times. That's my guy. But I think for whatever could be said about him potentially like being on a downslide, being on a decline, whatever. The fact is, he is still my opponent. He still came in, looked made that work against Indianapolis last week look easy in terms of just how he dominated the line of scrimmage up front on both sides of the ball. Numerous turnovers. Nick Chubb couldn't be stopped by anybody in that state, let alone that stadium. So we knew that potentially, we'd have our hands full, and also it's raining, so that everything kind of just aligned to where it could have been an ugly game if he was able to dictate to us what he wanted to do. But fortunately, man, we stepped up. Like we showed up and showed out today. I mean, what more can you say about Jordan Brooks? What more can you say about Nwosu and Wags and those guys who really just kind of kept the run game for them in check? That 4th-and-1 midfield, I think it was in the second quarter, huge stop. And that's what we preach. That's what we preach, man. And like we haven't been up to standard in terms of our run defense to that point. But you play guys like Josh Jacobs and you play guys like Nick Chubb, something's going to happen. Either you're going to get right or you're going to get ran over. And we weren't getting run over today, and I think it showed. Yeah, it's just been tinkering with a lot of just different pairings on the field as far as just like who's playing up front, who's being slotted where. And it's a lot has been experimental. And I think today, when they got the best results, I mean, to do what we did out there defensively, we knew the game plan. We knew the game plan. We knew that there's only a couple things we really have to look out for us and what we saw in the film. It's okay. We don't need to worry about keeping everything in front of us because it's going to be in front of us to begin with. In terms of they're going to run the ball, they're going to utilize a short passing system, which could progressively stretch if you don't stop the immediate underneath stuff. But we know we had to look for it, and it's not hard to execute when you have the whole thing laid out in front of you. And fundamentally, players have their own tendencies and stuff, and some stick to the script more than others. So I knew he'd kind of stick to the script, and our goal was to make Deshaun make decisions in the passing game. We never got to that point, really. But even in the moments where he did throw the ball or was forced to maybe run and try to generate some offense with the scramble, um, that's what we wanted. And for that, again, I think it's just the best showing that we've had as a football team. Hmm. Yeah, I got to speak on it. Walker's been a workhorse. Let's call it what it is. He's been a workhorse. He's been a guy who has just given us so much firepower, like in the running game. Obviously, he's leading the charge there, but then you can deploy him as a receiver at times. But having Zach in there for really like the first extended action for him this season was great. Such a great balance. We love the power he brings. We're a powerful football team. We preach domination, and we want those body blows that are going to demoralize our opponent. So even on like the simple 2-yard touchdown, I think it was just important to get Zach in the end zone, let his confidence grow, show that he does have a role in this offense, and also more importantly, show that we're not a static football team. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to expand. We're going to continue to get more people involved. And I think you saw it today. I mean, Zach got the first carry of the game, had a touchdown, and I think had we played the second half, the game was right at that point where it was probably going to get uglier as far as just the way we're able to just run and find plays against our opponent. But there's definitely something to look forward to moving forward. And now it's just one more weapon that we have on the offense. No, it's tough. I mean, you have to understand, like it's still the biggest thing is that defensive front. And so you got, obviously you have 95 and the conversation can simply just stop right there. But then you got, Zadarius on the other side, and they've got some guys. Obviously, the secondary, they went crazy last week. So we knew that guys like Ward and I know Thornhill had multiple picks last season, but we really wanted to just put them in positions where they were going to have to make the plays, not where the plays are made for them. Kind of like last week, where you saw that they capitalized on a lot of bad throws, but not our problem. I just saw that that we had our opportunities when we had them, and it's just as simple as letting Max get to the line. And he played exceptionally, by the way. I think this might have been his best performance also at the quarterback position. But I think it's really just about letting Max get to the line, letting him see what's going on. And from there, he's a smart kid. I mean, he's going to be able to dictate kind of where we go. Do we keep this play? Do we switch off to something else? Like I'm putting the game in his hands, and he couldn't have played any better to the point that he played than he played today, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I can speak on that. That's the backbreaker. That's the haymaker. We go again, like I've preached before in these games. Body blow, body blow, body blow, and then when you get enough water in that basement, it's gonna rise. And that point, they swimming and holding on for dear life, and it's our job to take that out of them, to get them out of there. So a lot of times during the season so far, it's been we get to that point of eliminating our opponent by walking them down, as I like to say with Kenneth, obviously in the backfield. But today we had an opportunity to take a shot downfield, and we saw the coverage. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I had to just kind of like sit there and just look like this is all right. And from there, the objective was simple. I mean, You know, you only thing you account for is 95 on that left side. But I knew if we had enough time to throw it, it was six. And that throw, if you didn't see it, go back and look on film. I have it right here in front of me. It's at the go to the 29-minute and 50-second mark and just look at the throw that Max makes. That's a throw that you kind of can't teach it, especially for a rookie. That's the best throw he's made all season. And like the great Chris Smoove said, when you see that throw, and matter of fact, I might be able to show you. But look at this here. Look at. Let me see if I can get it for you real quick. Just look at the accuracy on this. So I know, like, just look at this. See if y'all can y'all see this right here? It's a little, it's a little bright. Let me see if I can, because you gotta see this stuff. You gotta see it. But so flip that around. That meter that's right there, that's green. That's green. And again, like I was getting ready to say, as the great Chris Smoove would say, perfect release, perfect release, perfect placement, perfect result. And what more can I say? He threw it at a location, led Metcalf to a point where only Metcalf could catch it. And what did Metcalf do? He did what Metcalf does. He caught the ball. Touchdown, big play. And for all intents and purposes, the game was over at that point. I didn't know literally, but we take it. It's a perfect play. Perfect. Can't drop any better. You can't get it against a better coverage. And hey, we take it, and that's that. The objective of keeping this going, just play football. It's a lot of. I know we don't have to worry so much about what's being said or what's not being said. Like, you know, it's easy to take a look at the standings and see like a Green Bay being 7-0, and other teams doing pretty well also. But naturally, I know some of the talk was, pardon me, I know some of the talk was, it's the Packers conference, and they're okay, okay, cool. We ain't worried about that. We're gonna come out here and do we did today. That's our goal every week, because you could see those 60 minutes that we put forth, or that we were en route to put forth. It was about to get real uncomfortable, and we were about to get that ball right back in the second half and continue the onslaught. So we're not worried about what no other team is doing. We're only worried about us and whoever is in front of us at that given time, whatever opponent that might be. Those are the only two things we worry about. But to answer your question, was it a statement win? You can call it that if you want. Don't matter to me. But this is what we do. And all I know is we don't need headlines. We need W's. And if the headlines come with those, then so be it. But the way we firing on all cylinders right now, if we take this and move forward, we'll see. We'll see. Because we can play with anybody. I promise you that. All right. Cool. Everybody. Prime day. Don't forget. Okay. Got all your technological needs. Hell, my screen protector on my phone is cracked, so I'm gonna be looking to invest in a new one. And we're gonna hope for no falls, no nothing. Shout out to Twan, that's my guy. And for y'all who may or may not know, I've already contributed to his television cause. Unfortunately for myself, my guy Jamel Charlo lost, and rather easily, to Saul Alvarez over this last weekend. So we had a nice bet coming into our game. We had a nice bet about the boxing match, and obviously I was on the losing end of that, but I paid my fee. I paid the price, and just the way the world works, man, things come full circle. So I paid the price last week. I'm glad to say, respectfully, that he paid the price today. But my $20 bet with him, use that $20 for your TV, man. Like, and we get back to it soon. But yeah, man. If y'all got any more questions, you know how we doing, man. Going out to Baltimore next week, and we'll look to keep this thing rolling. We got to. All right.